In ancient times lived a Chakravarti or a universal monarch named King Sagar. Following the advice of his guru, he released a sacrificial horse as a part of the Ashwamedh Yagna to worship the Supreme Lord. However, along the way, Indra, the king of the Devatas, stole the horse and tied it at the hermitage of Kapil Mahamuni in the netherworld, that is the Patal Lok. King Sagar had two queens, Sumati and Keshini. From Queen Sumati were born 60,000 sons, and they were sent in search of the missing horse. In their quest, they dug through the entire earth, and finally in the northeastern corner, they saw the sacrificial horse tied at Kapil Mahamuni's ashram. On seeing the horse, the 60,000 princes raised their weapon and rushed towards the Muni, declaring, "This is the thief who stole our horse." At that time, Kapil Mahamuni was deeply absorbed in meditation, his eyes closed in yogic practice. The arrogant sons of Sagar began insulting the Muni, saying, "Look at him, he's pretending to meditate with his eyes closed. It's all a sham." Their shouting disturbed the Muni's meditation. When Kapil Mahamuni opened his eyes, the power of his divine gaze instantly reduced all the 60,000 princesses to ashes. King Sagar's second queen, Keshini, had a son named Asmanjas. Anshuman was the son of Asmanjas. Following his grandfather's command, Anshuman went in search of the horse and reached Kapil Mahamuni's hermitage. There, he found the sacrificial horse tied, the ashes of his uncles, and the radiant Kapil Mahamuni seated in deep contemplation. Anshuman humbly bowed at Mahamuni's feet and began praising him with devotion. Pleased with his humility and respectful speech, Kapil Mahamuni said, "Son, this horse belongs to your grandfather's yagna. You may take it. However, your uncles who were reduced to ashes can only be liberated through the holy water of the Ganga. There is no other way." Anshuman respectfully bowed again, circumambulated the Muni and returned with the horse. Afterwards, King Sagar completed the remaining rituals of the yagna, performed the final rites, and entrusted the kingdom to Anshuman. Renouncing the worldly life, he devoted himself to the worship of the Supreme Lord. Anshuman, desiring to bring Ganga to earth for the liberation of his uncle's soul, undertook intense penance for many years, but he was unsuccessful, and in due time he passed away. His son Dilip continued the same penance, but he too did not succeed and eventually died. Dilip's son was Bhagirath, who performed severe austerities. Pleased by his devotion, goddess Ganga appeared before him and granted him a boon. Humbly, King Bhagirath requested, "O mother, please descend to the mortal world." Ganga replied, "Bhagirath, when my mighty stream falls from the heaven to the earth, someone must be able to bear my immense force. Otherwise, I will shatter the earth and descend into the netherworld." Bhagirath responded, "O mother, Lord Rudra, that is Shiva, the soul of all beings, will bear your mighty descent." After making this humble request to goddess Ganga, King Bhagirath performed severe penance to please Lord Shankar. Lord Shiva, being Bholanath, the easily pleased and benevolent Lord, the well-wisher of the entire universe, accepted the king's request. He then carefully bore the mighty Ganga upon his head, thus earning the name Gangadhar, the bearer of Ganga. Thereafter, King Bhagirath led the way, clearing the path for goddess Ganga, the purifier of the three worlds, guiding her to the place where the ashes of his ancestors lay in a heap. As soon as the sacred waters of Ganga touched those ashes, the souls of his forefathers ascended to heaven. Thus, through the devotion and tireless efforts of King Bhagirath and his noble ancestors, their lineage was redeemed, and Ganga descended to earth for the welfare of all beings. One lesson that I have learned from this story is might may not always win the wars, but politeness and humility will definitely go a long way in securing good relations and getting work